Hey there, Broncos country. Are you ready to dive headfirst into some buzzworthy news about our beloved Denver Broncos? Today, we're talking about rookie wide receiver Pat Bryant, a guy who's coming in hot and ready to ignite Sean Payton's offense. So grab a cold one, kick back on the couch, and let's break it all down, because this kid might just be the spark we've been waiting for. Ready to ride this hype train with us? Smash that like button and hit subscribe, because this one's gonna get you fired up. Listen up, Broncos fans. Pat Bryant ain't just anybody. This dude's a wide receiver out of the University of Illinois, and people are already calling him a dog. And yeah, that's a good thing. That's coming from Mike New, former scout for the Saints, who worked alongside Sean Payton and knows exactly the kind of player that fits his offensive system. And here's the cool part. New says Bryant is the kind of versatile guy who can line up anywhere and make plays all over the field. That's music to our ears, right? Especially with Payton's love for creative, unpredictable offenses that leave defenses scrambling. But before we dig into Bryant's backstory, let me ask you, who else here has been craving a wide receiver? With that hunger, that fight for every yard attitude, who can make the kind of plays that light up the stadium? I know I'm not alone. Let's get to know this potential secret weapon of ours. And fair warning, if you're into gritty, talented players, you'll want to follow every step of this kid's journey. So here's the scoop. Pat Bryant is 24 years old, drafted by the Broncos in 2025, and he's already turning heads in Denver. Standing at 6'2" and around 200 pounds, he's got the perfect combo of size, speed, and reliable hands. You know those impossible-looking throws? Yeah, Bryant's the guy who makes them look easy. And it's not just hype. Mike New, now an analyst in Illinois, knows this kid up close and calls him a natural-born competitor. That's exactly what we love. A guy who'll bleed orange and blue every single down. At Illinois, Bryant balled out with the Fighting Illini leading the team in receiving yards and touchdowns his final year. He's got that special something, that big play instinct. You know when Bo Nix drops back and lets one fly and you're already halfway out of your seat before the ball even lands? Bryant might be the guy who turns that into 6 points. Now, let's get to the real question. How does Pat Bryant fit into Sean Payton's offense? Because let's be honest, Broncos country, Payton is a mastermind when it comes to dialing up a dynamic attack. And Bryant? He looks like the kind of player Payton loves to scheme around. Mike New said Bryant's got the versatility to play both in the slot and out wide, which means he can work short, intermediate, and deep routes. That opens up so many possibilities. And knowing Payton, who loves mixing up formations and using pre-snap motion to mess with defenses, Bryant could be that guy who's always in the right place at the right time. Just picture it. Bo Nix scanning the field, Bryant makes a crisp break and boom. 20-yard gain, crowd on their feet, and Mile High rocking like never before. Feeling the potential yet? I bet you are. Drop a comment. What's the dream play you want to see Bryant make in a Broncos jersey? I'm already picturing a nasty slant route where he dusts the corner and takes it to the house. What about you, Broncos country? When a guy like Mike New, who knows the game inside and out, calls someone a dog, you better believe that's high praise. It means this dude is tough, relentless, and ready to bring the fight every snap. New says Bryant's got the right mindset for the NFL and that he's a perfect match for Payton's offense. And hey, New would know. He saw firsthand what Payton did in New Orleans. So buckle up, Broncos fans. Pat Bryant might just be the next big thing in orange and blue. Let's ride. Y'all, New also pointed out Pat Bryant's insane work ethic. You know that type of player who shows up early, stays late, and is always grinding to get better? That's Pat Bryant. And honestly, that's exactly the kind of guy we need here in Denver, right? After a few tough seasons, we need dudes who are going to wear the jersey with pride and leave it all out on the field. Bryant looks like that kind of guy, and man, I'm already hyped to see him in action at training camp. Now let's talk about how Bryant can really change the game for our offense. Broncos country, we all know our wide receiver group could use a fresh spark. Courtland Sutton's a beast, no doubt, but he needs someone else to draw attention away from defenses. That's where Bryant comes in. He's versatile. He can run short routes to pick up those consistent yards, stretch the field with deep routes, or even get creative with jet sweeps or reverses. Y'all know how much Payton loves that stuff. And get this, Bryant's got reliable hands. That's gold in an offense like Peyton's, which is all about precision and timing. Bo Nix, who's really starting to look like he could be our QB of the future, needs targets he can trust to catch the ball. And Bryant's that dude. He hauls it in even with a defender right on him. Just picture Nix tossing a high ball into the end zone and Bryant going up and snagging it for a highlight reel touchdown. That's the kind of play that's going to get all of Broncos country jumping off their couches. But wait, there's more. Bryant's also got the potential to be a red zone weapon. With his size and leaping ability, he can be lethal on fades and contested catches. We all know how tough it is to score in the red zone. Having a guy like Bryant could make all the difference. Who else is dying to see him score that clutch touchdown against the Chiefs? I know I am. Broncos country, Pat Bryant isn't just a promising rookie. He's a beacon of hope for our team's future. After years of fighting to get back to the playoffs, we need new blood, players who bring fire and talent to the squad. Bryant looks like exactly that. He's not just physically gifted, he's got that winner's mentality, that fire in his eyes we all love to see in our players. And listen, his impact won't just be on the field. A guy like Bryant, with charisma and work ethic, could easily become a fan favorite. Imagine him celebrating a TD with the fans at Mile High, joining in on the incomplete chant after a huge defensive stop. That's the kind of energy and connection that makes Broncos country so damn special. So drop a comment. Do y'all think Bryant's going to become a fan favorite in Denver? I'm betting he will. Broncos country, the 2025 season is right around the corner, and Pat Bryant's going to have his chance to prove himself. He'll be fighting for a roster spot in training camp, and I wouldn't be surprised if he carves out a serious role in this offense. Sean Payton doesn't waste time on guys who don't produce, so if Bryant's on his radar, it means the kid's legit. We might see him start out as a depth piece, but over time, he could easily earn a starting role. Payton loves developing young talent, and Bryant's got all the tools to thrive in this system. And with Bo Nix under center, the chemistry between them could be exactly what we need to start dreaming big again. Who's with me? Let's flood those comments with a big let's ride. Only Broncos country knows how to do. So Broncos fans, what do y'all think about Pat Bryant? I'm real curious. What are your expectations for the rookie? Is he going to be that game changer we've been looking for, or do you think he'll need a little time to adjust to the NFL? Let us know in the comments because we want to hear from Broncos country, and don't forget to share this video with all your fellow diehard fans. Also, let's get warmed up for training camp. Which player are y'all most excited to see in action? Bryant, Sutton, Nix, someone else on the roster? And hey, why not start planning that BBQ for the season opener? We all know Broncos country shows up and shows out when it's game time. Pat Bryant isn't just a rookie, he's a promise of better days for our offense. With Sean Payton at the helm and the mile-high energy behind us, this guy's got everything it takes to make history in the orange and blue. So let's back him, let's get loud, and let's believe that 2025 is going to be our comeback year. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our content. We're in this together. This is Broncos country, and we always ride hard. Let's ride.